Thank you for joining us at this WIDEX Moment Evolved event. We're really proud of what WIDEX has been able to deliver with the Moment technology, achieving exceptional sound with almost zero delay, meaning an unrivaled level of sound clarity in a hearing aid. The response we've received from wearers has been nothing like I've experienced before. Quotes such as, "It's how I remember hearing before I had a hearing loss," "It's like they clean the sound for me," and finally, "I don't think they could make these any better." So what comes next? Well, technology evolves and our developers have been working hard to improve the user experience with WIDEX Moment. This is not only for the hearing aid wearers themselves, but also professionals that fit them. We've expanded the portfolio to include more custom and BTE solutions. We've made improvements to the fitting software, optimised the Moment app to really benefit from AI advancements, and refined the engine algorithms for even more satisfied first fit experience. Thank you for joining us and we look forward to seeing you all soon. This is the story of exceptional sound. Enjoy.
Welcome to the end of artificial sounding hearing aids. Introducing WIDEX Moment, a hearing aid that processes sound so quickly that for the first time in a digital hearing aid, distortion caused by delay, the source of the unnatural sound often associated with hearing aids, is eliminated. So now, all you hear is a pure, natural, and engaging sound. A sound preferred by users in real-world tests. Leaving you free to experience every detail of those special moments that mean the most to you. Pure, powerful, discreet. WIDEX Moment. This sound changes everything.
When we launched WIDEX Moment, we were delighted to bring you our very first lithium-ion solution as the smallest rechargeable on the market. This product has been a great success, along with the rest of the Moment portfolio, which comprises of both custom and RIC products. We've seen a real increase in custom product ordering over the last 12 months, possibly due to mandatory mask wearing and increased private provision. This makes the CIC Micro a great addition to our already vast custom portfolio. It's a non-wireless option which enables us to make the device up to 30% smaller due to component size. We believe this is a great upgrade opportunity for clear, dream and unique CIC clients if a discrete device is needed. And if preferred, the CIC Micro can be produced as a red and a blue shell, which we know is important to some clients. Sound is the reason to fit your client with custom products from WIDEX. We're able to offer the great natural sound of WIDEX through a custom product, utilising our well-established features such as True Input technology, giving you 108 dB SPL. This means that we can make loud sounds comfortable, conversational speech audible and intelligible, and also ensures that you can hear soft sounds with the industry-leading low input range. Within our custom range, you now have a complete offering for all clients. We have wireless options utilising our very own WIDEX link, which will enable the use of DEX products and a telecoil within the 312 solutions, as a full shell, half shell or ITC. And now we have the non-wireless custom to ensure that we can cater for more discrete requirements. All of this is supported by our dedicated UK modelling team based in Chester that can discuss and recommend options that will best suit your client's needs. All of our custom products are compatible with the WIDEX ToneLink app, which gives the wearer the ability to control volume and programs, plus, in some cases, directionality. Your clients may not always be suitable for a RIC or custom product for various reasons, so we are pleased to be able to introduce to you our new solutions. Let's take a look at the new BTE portfolio. Over the last few years, we've seen a reduction in BTE demand, with a preference leaning towards a more aesthetically appealing RIC. However, we know BTEs are an ideal solution for many fittings, so we've worked hard to develop a range that delivers on both performance and design. The BTE 312 is a brand new form factor to Moment and brings two previously fantastic products together as one, the Fashion and the Fashion Mini. The BTE 312 is slim and fits nicely behind all ears, the ability to use thin tubes gives a cosmetically discreet option for wearers too. Where wax is an ongoing issue, a traditional ear mould is often a preferred solution. The ToneLink app enables wearers to easily and discreetly adjust the programs and volume controls. Alternatively, wearers have access to a program button on the hearing aid, which is multifunctional with binaural fittings. On to our next model in the portfolio. The BTE 13D has now been upgraded to Moment following its original launch with Evoke. The BTE 13D will deliver better sound via true acoustics with the revolutionary Pure Sound powered by the Moment chip. This will create a more powerful, personalised sound. The brand new V2 EasyWear is also compatible, enabling the BTE 13D to appear more like a RIC solution with the benefits of a BTE. The product provides a solution for a really wide fitting range. It can be fitted for a mild to moderate loss, as well as more severe losses. As with our RIC direct streaming solutions, we can now offer the benefit on our BTE product range. The CIC Micro and BTE models are the latest additions to the Moment portfolio, which will give you more options and flexibility when choosing WIDEX. When launching Moment, we introduced our very first lithium-ion charging solution. Now we have a different option available to you with Charge and Clean. The new WIDEX Charge and Clean is a 3-in-1 charger that cleans, dries and charges in one. The charger can be selected instead of the standard charger when ordering Moment and doesn't need to be purchased as an additional accessory. We are offering some new fitting kit solutions to support you and your WIDEX fittings. We've got kit options for BTE and RIC fittings which have been recreated to make them more practical and helpful for you. We can arrange the delivery of these through your territory sales manager who can place the order on your behalf. TV Player has been one of the TV streaming solutions for WIDEX wearers since Evoke. It will soon be compatible with Moment RIC-D models, both rechargeable and battery, and also backwards compatible for products already fitted. TV Player is a beautifully designed accessory that provides a solution for those looking for an enhanced sound experience when watching TV. As a recap, we really do now have an extensive portfolio that includes a wide custom range, BTEs, multiple RICs, and not forgetting the tiny and stylish RIC-10, which continues to be so popular. The Moment range now has 5 custom options in 312 or 10 battery sizes, and within the RIC and BTE range, there are now 5 model options to choose from.
Today, I'd like to talk to you about the technology and the audiology behind the WIDEX Moment platform. And for me, there are really 4 key cornerstones behind this technology. Firstly, Pure Sound with zero delay technology. Secondly, True Acoustics that provides that precision first fit. Thirdly, My Sound, artificial intelligence. And finally, the WIDEX Compass fitting software. So Pure Sound, what is it and where does it come from? Well, let me introduce you to the innovator, Mr. Adam Westerman.
Since at WIDEX, it's really the core of what we do. We try to make hearing aids sound as natural as possible. We really sort of dug into this issue. And the solution we came up with was a hearing aid with virtually no delay. We call it zero delay technology, where we have extremely fast processing of the sound through the hearing aid. And what this means is that it almost feels like you're not wearing a hearing aid anymore.
So Pure Sound is all about zero delay technology. Let's imagine we built a superhighway through the chip. If you have a sat-nav, you can choose between the scenic route, this would give rise to the universal program, or you could choose the fastest route, which would be this new Pure Sound program with zero delay. So what's the significance of processing speeds? Well, I'd like to give you an example of a hearing aid with a 5 millisecond delay. Here you can see that the direct sound is entering the ear through the perforations of the ear tip and through any venting. It's then met 5 milliseconds later by the sound that's travelled through the hearing aid. These 2 sound sources are slightly out of phase, creating this combined signal that you see here. We call this signal the comb effect filter because it looks similar to the teeth on a comb. So the second example shows a hearing aid with virtually no delay of 0.5 of a millisecond. Here the direct sound and the amplified sound arrive in the ear canal at the same time. And you can see we've now lost that comb effect filter. So now let's look at signal processing times. Here on the graph we can see 3 brands whose processing times range between 5 and 8 milliseconds. With the WIDEX Universal program, the processing time is around 2.5 milliseconds, creating a very natural sound. For the Pure Sound program, however, we're down to 0.5 of a millisecond, creating a very transparent sound. So Pure Sound with 0 delay and this ultra-fast processing speed creates a hearing aid that no longer sounds like a hearing aid. Now I'd like to take a look at True Acoustics and the reason we developed True Acoustics. Now many of you are fitting RICs with instant ear tips, and instant ear tips give us a great challenge. There's a lot of variability with these instant tips in terms of how well they're occluding the ear and how they're creating a vent effect. So we conducted a study based on 60 ears using real ear measurement to actually determine how these different ear tips perform in different individual ears. So I'd like to share with you an example of a double dome ear tip. And this is the typical estimated response that you would get from a double ear tip. We can see that the low frequencies are escaping from the ear canal. Let's assume the red line would be a fully occluding tip, where the green line is a fully open tip. Now let's include 60 measurements that we took from those individuals. The variability is huge. For some individuals, the ear tip is acting like an open tip, whilst for others, it's acting like a fully occluded tip. And this gives us a great challenge when we're trying to calculate the gain required for the individual. So part of True Acoustics is the feedback test, and it's this feedback test that calibrates the system. From the graph, we can show the available gain from the hearing aid, but the shaded area dictates the available gain based on your ear tip selection. You will find, though, with True Acoustics, now we've optimized it, we will allow more available gain in those important high frequencies. So now I'd like to share with you the sensorgram screen. Here we can see the audiogram that's been imported from NOAA. Below that is the sensorgram thresholds. This is actually reflecting the vent effect of the ear tip chosen. And finally, the dashed line is the equivalent adult threshold. And it's this line that is used to extrapolate and calculate the gain. So I'd like to take you through the fine-tuning screen. And you can see here that the default setting now has changed to insertion gain versus frequency response. And I know this is a screen that most of you are more familiar with. In the grey area, we can see the maximum available gain of the hearing aid. But the coloured shaded area shows us the available gain down to the tip that you've chosen. The 3 target curves for soft, normal and loud are nicely within the fitting range of this particular hearing aid. True Acoustics is all about fitting precision. At WIDEX, we don't like to estimate anything. We prefer to measure down to vent effect, insertion loss, and the hearing threshold through the hearing aid. This enables us to provide a precise gain prescription, which is imperative if we're going to provide the best sounding hearing aid, which WIDEX are renowned for. MySound is WIDEX's leading AI technology. I'd like to pass you over to my colleague Oliver, who will explain more.
You're in a restaurant and you want to hear conversation. Actually, we have all these real-life preferences being created with the help of AI in the moment, all around the globe. So nearly in an instant, the user who sat in New York can benefit from the work that has been done previously by the user in Paris and Beijing, right? It's even more powerful technology, and it's even simpler to use. A human is very good at judging on multiple parameters. A machine is good at another thing, and let's work together to give the maximum benefit.
I want to stress the uniqueness of the WIDEX AI learning system. It's not a system that's been trained in the lab. It's being trained continuously in real time. based on big data that's been collected via the cloud.
Moving on from the audiological updates, I'd like to mention some improvements made relating to the user experience within the Moment app and iPhone. The new update, My Sound, the AI technology within the Moment app, is now a simple two-step process designed with the user in mind. Let's take a look. In this example, I'm using the Universal program. By tapping on the newly named My Sound button at the bottom of the app, I can create my own personal program with the sound optimised for the situation that I find myself in. Once I've selected the appropriate activity and chosen the situations to prioritise, the AI engine refers to big data results to provide me, the user, with 2 sound recommendations to try. If I don't find these suitable, I can create my own sound following the more familiar SoundSense Learn approach that we introduced with Evoke. The benefit of this update is that I can arrive at a preferred sound much quicker than previously, thanks to AI and machine learning that has learned from hundreds of thousands of users over the past 3 years. This is big data providing real user benefits. We also have some new and improved features in the Moment app for Apple Watch wearers. Firstly, the watch now has a new mute room off functionality added to the start screen instead of having to switch to a different view. This is much more convenient. Secondly, there is now an integrated use of the watch wheel for adjusting the volume, which is really helpful. I now have easy access to programs and directional focus, and if new programs are made in the app, the Apple Watch immediately picks them up, which it didn't before. And finally, when streaming, I can now choose between speech or music mode options through the watch. My Sound will always be learning and improving. It's designed to empower wearers to help themselves in the moment.
Another improvement to the WIDEX software is the Acoustic Selection screen. Here we can see the audiogram that's been imported from Noah. The dark shaded area suggests the fitting range for the hearing aid with the tip that you've selected. But the lighter fitting range actually depicts the complete fitting range of the hearing aid. Let's say, for example, you were choosing a custom tip with no ventilation. Another benefit of the updated software is the addition of the new NoaLink wireless programming interface. This will enable all WIDEX Moment Bluetooth-enabled hearing aids to be programmed wirelessly. That includes the MRIC RD, the RIC 312D, and the new BTE 13D. And I'm sure this will be a very welcome addition for you all. A final, small but very important update is the battery optimization. The hearing aid can run for over 16 hours with 8 hours continuous streaming. Existing users will also benefit with a firmware update.
I get so excited about the developments that have been introduced today. It's evident that WIDEX are evolving and continually learning. But what does this really mean to you and any potential Moment hearing aid wearers? How do these great enhancements benefit hearing aid wearers and yourself as hearing care professionals? Well, we have a wider portfolio than ever before, including the Power BTE, the smallest custom product which includes our latest true acoustic technology. All of this comes with simplified fitting rationale, making the consultation seamless. We offer technical improvements with NoaLink and convenient processing for better performance. For your client, first and foremost, they will experience sound like no other with zero delay technology. My Sound artificial intelligence has become more user-friendly and is continually learning and improving using data provided globally from thousands of wearers. And finally, our optimised battery life offers wearers twice as much streaming time than they've ever had previously. It's always a privilege to hear from those who are benefiting from WIDEX Moment technology in their everyday lives. I'd like to introduce you to Adam Fellman, a composer, writer and producer who's been wearing WIDEX Moment for the past 6 months and has shared his experiences with us to date.
Hello, I'm Adam Fellman and I'm a journalist and musician. The startling thing at first was that it wasn't startling. Like with other hearing aids, you get this kind of explosion of tinny sound and you're like, right, I can hear today. And then you put in the moments for the first sound and you're like, oh, hang on a second. Like, this doesn't really sound everything's a bit louder and a bit clearer, but it doesn't really feel or sound like I've put in hearing aids, which is what you want. Like the actual putting them in on the pure sound mode was kind of a revelation, because you sort of wake up expecting these really harsh textures from the first moment you get there, and you think that's just part of being able to hear stuff, but it's not the case at all. Compared to other hearing aids, Moment it has that craftsmanship and care that has, you're not just being invited to hear stuff with Moment, you're being invited to listen and to actually experience it as it is out in the world. They're just a little bit attuned to different situations, whereas the other hearing aids have had a kind of one size fits all. If you're outside on a windy day, it's just those suckers are coming out, The wow moment for me was kind of playing the piano with one hand, and then you essentially you can shape the sound wave that's coming into your ear, as I would sit down and take some treble out of a track or add some bass into a track. Like you are doing that with your ears, and that for me, even outside of being a person with hearing loss, was a phenomenal thing to be able to do, to just mix the world essentially.
We have been working with some really interesting WIDEX Moment wearers, and we look forward to introducing more of them to you in the coming months. So we've now come to the end of WIDEX Moment Evolved. This has been a bite-sized introduction to what is new and what to expect in the coming weeks. As a follow-up, we'll be scheduling deep dive audiology sessions where we can look in more detail at the enhancements to technology within the product and the fitting protocols we recommend.
As a thank you for attending this event today, we will be sending you an event promotion. The offer is exclusive to Moment Approved members. Please look out for it and follow the instructions if you'd like to redeem this offer. Please complete the post-event survey that will be emailed to you. Completing the survey will also trigger a CPD confirmation and certificate. Thank you for your time this afternoon. Any questions asked during the session will be responded to by email. Enjoy the rest of your day, and on behalf of the team here at WIDEX, thank you for joining us.